super excited to share a little inside look at the Active State platform and how we provide observability. We are very different than other solutions on the market in this regard. Most solutions rely on scanning the dependencies and the software that you already have installed using the free open source community tools in order to provide observability. But the issue here is that these tools don't go far enough. And so Active State has taken a very different approach where we actually, instead of going top down, we go bottom up, and we actually are building your open source from source code. And because we do that, we know every build time and runtime dependency in your project. And so let's go ahead now and build a new Python runtime, the collection of open source that you use to support your first-party development efforts in a bottom-up manner. So let's select Python, choose Python 3.10.13, and then maybe we need to deploy it on Linux, Windows, and Mac. That's great. Let's give it a name. And maybe this particular use case that we're building this runtime for is for some data science. So we'll finish and install the Python. And at this point, what we'll have is a runtime with just the Python interpreter at the specified version installed. But what we want to do is we want to customize it with some of the open source packages that are super popular in empowering data scientists and data engineers to do their job. So why don't we add matplotlib and NumPy? At this point, what our system's going to do is it's going to look at all the build and runtime dependencies needed to build matplotlib and NumPy and figure out the best versions of these dependencies in order to provide you a complete runtime. And that's what the system is calculating right now. We've selected auto mode, but you also have the option to select a specific version of matplotlib. And maybe I choose an older version of matplotlib and I don't care for my version of NumPy, and the system resolves the best possible set. So here are our dependencies. And what you'll notice is that even though I chose just 2 direct dependencies, there are 57 indirect dependencies. And why is that? Well, open source, by nature of it being extremely composable, ends up having a lot of different subcomponents. And this is where a lot of the challenge in managing it and securing it arises from. But our system lets you know and gives you observability into every one of those components. We start with the Python components themselves, like Kiwi Solver or Pillow. But we also note that our system is actually building the C libraries like libjpeg turbo that our packages and interpreter depend on. In fact, we even provide some system level libraries to ensure that your runtime is portable across environments. And so we have this dashboard interface to our platform, as well as a CLI interface where you can go and view the dependencies and packages, the vulnerability information for those packages. But you can also get this data in a format that can help satisfy government regulation. And that is what our SBOM is for. You can generate an SBOM and have detailed information about every single subcomponent in your project.